Good morning to everyone. At first, let me introduce myself. I am G. Sunita Kumari. I am pursuing MSc Biotechnology in Sri Krishna Devaraya University. Today, my seminar topic is about inhibition of protein synthesis. At first, I have to thank Dr. D. Muralidhar Rao sir for giving this wonderful opportunity, and he is assistant professor in Department of Biotechnology in Sri Krishna Devaraya University, Anantapur. Here are the contents of protein synthesis. Introduction. Second one, inhibitors of protein synthesis. Third one is types of inhibitors. There are three types of inhibitors: acting only on prokaryotes, acting on prokaryotes and eukaryotes, acting on eukaryotes, and last conclusion. In the introduction, we will know about what is protein synthesis. Before knowing what is protein synthesis, we have to know about protein. Protein is nothing but they are the building blocks of amino acids. Protein synthesis is the process by which proteins are produced with amino acid sequence specified by the sequence of codons in mRNA is called translation or protein synthesis. The father of protein synthesis is Hargobind Khorana. He first demonstrated the role of nucleotides in protein synthesis. Palade and other scientists discovered that ribosome performed in protein synthesis in cells. He awarded Nobel Prize in 1974 for his work. He emphasized that each ribosome has a large and small subunits that together forms a single unit composed of several ribosomal RNA molecules and a dozen of proteins. Protein synthesis is mainly found in the cytoplasm, which is present in the ribosome. There are three main components of translation that include mRNA, tRNA, and rRNA. This is the central dogma of molecular biology. In the central dogma of molecular biology, we have to know about DNA, RNA, and protein. DNA is a chemical substance which is deoxyribonucleic acid, and RNA is nothing but ribonucleic acid. Proteins are nothing but they are the building blocks of amino acids. Here, RNA is produced from the DNA by the process of transcription, which is also known as RNA synthesis, and then proteins are synthesized from the RNA by the process of translation. This is the central dogma of molecular biology. Here are the inhibitors of protein synthesis. These protein synthesis inhibitors are the substances that slows or stops the process of translation. These inhibitors usually act at the ribosomal level. Ribosomes are the site of protein synthesis in both prokaryotes and eukaryotes. These inhibitors work at the different stages of the translation, such as initiation, elongation, and termination. Types of inhibitors. On the basis of target organisms, inhibitors of protein synthesis is divided into three categories. First one is acting only on prokaryotes. It means they will act only on prokaryotes. Second one is acting on prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Third one is acting only on eukaryotes. These act on only eukaryotes. Acting only on prokaryotes. There are few main types of inhibitors that act only on prokaryotes, namely tetracycline, streptomycin, chloramphenicol, erythromycin, rifamycin. Tetracycline. It is a semi-synthetic antibiotic made by catalytic hydrogenation of chlorotetracycline. Chlorotetracycline is obtained from bacteria Streptomycin aerofaciens. It binds to 30S ribosomal subunit It also blocks the binding of the amino acid tRNA to the A site of the ribosome. Streptomycin. Streptomycin is isolated from the soil actinomycete Streptomycin griseus. It is a type of aminoglycoside binds to the small subunit, the TS of the bacterial ribosome. It causes misreading of the genetic code at relatively low concentration. It also inhibits the initiation at higher concentrations. Chloramphenicol. Chloramphenicol is isolated from Streptomyces peninsula. It is a bacteriostatic antibiotic and its binding is reversible. Chloramphenicol functions by binding to the A site of the 50S subunit of the ribosome and affects proper binding of the amino acid tRNA to the A site and thus inhibits the peptidal transferase activity. Erythromycin. Erythromycin is obtained from Saccharopolyspora erythrae, which is also known as Streptomyces erythraeus. It binds to protein synthesis by binding to the 30S rRNA molecule, which is situated in the 50S subunit of the bacterial ribosome. It binds in the exit channel of the ribosome and thereby inhibits the elongation of the peptidal chain. Rifamycin. It indirectly inhibits the protein synthesis. Rifamycin blocks the initiation of RNA chains by binding to the RNA polymerase. This is the second type of inhibitors acting only on prokaryotes and eukaryotes. There are two types of inhibitors that act on both prokaryotes and eukaryotes. First one is actinomycin D, puromycin. Actinomycin D. Actinomycin D binds to DNA. It blocks the movement of RNA polymerase and subsequently inhibits the synthesis of RNA and protein. Puromycin. It is an antibiotic obtained from Streptomycin albino niger. Structurally, it is very similar to the 3' end of the amino acid tRNA. It binds to the ribosomal A site and participates in peptide bond formation by producing peptidal puromycin. It does not involve in translocation and disassociates from the ribosome shortly. No clinical use due to toxic effect in the host. However, it is used in research, especially in cell culture research. This is the third type, acting only on eukaryotes. There are few main inhibitors that act only on eukaryotes are cyclohexamide and isomycin, alpha aminin, diphtheria toxin, and last one is ricin. Cyclohexamide. It blocks the peptidal transferase in translocation reaction of 80S eukaryotic ribosome and isomycin. It blocks the peptidal transferase activity on ribosomes. And the third one is alpha aminin. It blocks mRNA synthesis by bonding preferentially to RNA polymerase. Fourth one is diphtheria toxin. It catalyzes the ADP ribosylation of a diphtamide and it is a modified histidine residue of eukaryotic elongation factor EF2 thereby inactivating it. Last one is ricin. Ricin, an extremely toxic protein of the castor bean. It inactivates the 60S subunit of eukaryotic ribosome by depurinating a specific adenosine in 23S rRNA. And last conclusion. Protein synthesis inhibitors are the substances that inhibits the process of translation, which is nothing but protein synthesis. Inhibitors mainly act at the cytoplasm in ribosomes. They directly breaks the binding of the RNA to the ribosome. Some of them shows toxic effect at the host. It has a great use in cell culture research. Thank you.